Hey, good afternoon, Bob for Trade Genius, the 3rd of October. And pretty boring day. Uh, a good day for us, but it was really, really, really slow. And so I'm just going to blast through some charts here. I still have my dust puts. Now it's a little bit of a race with time to see if I need to push it out again another week or two. But it definitely looks like we're getting some positive momentum with the miners, even though gold and silver were flat today, and the yen was pushed down a little bit. I think the miners are sensing something. They look like they're sensitive to the interest rates, and I just can't see how they're going to push interest rates up higher without causing some serious damage to the markets. And I'll talk about that when I get to the TNX. But I'm going to change though my flow here. I'm just going to go top to bottom here on the percent change. Here we'll start with Nugget. And Twitter was up a little bit today, but nothing really spectacular. This was a big reversal for SLCA, and the energy. I think energy might have bottomed already, and just something to watch. I'm going to flip out to a daily here. Gives us a better perspective. So this is very interesting here, that if it comes back up above the VWAP here, this might be completing that cup and handle I was talking about, and this could be a move to 40. So just keep an eye on it. Sometimes I forget to chase some of this stuff because I'm following so many other things. But you know, if it starts pushing back up towards 33, it might be worth a shot to take for a move into 40. Tesla, I told you it was ready for a short squeeze, and we got one. So now we just gotta wait for it to get overbought again. Okay, I think natural gas has bottomed out here, and if you like to sell puts on ultras, you might want to take a look at cold. I'm in UNG. I recommend to people if they want to get a little leverage, go boil, and I have 4 contracts of NG long at this point, and I'm looking for a pretty good move coming. Lord have mercy, the VIX was up today. It's way oversold. See if we get a bounce on it. Get a bounce on lithium. It's kind of weird. The dollar goes up. You got lithium, rare earth, steel go up, copper goes up, but oil, natural gas, and gold and silver go down. So now you can see what's considered currency and what's considered economic. We're in SILJ. Nice move up today. Be moving to stop up on it tomorrow. Netflix, it's drifting down. Talked about that, just pushing higher. I think a lot of this is Chinese move, a little doji here on it though. Big reversal in FNV today, just like Wheaton been pushing up higher. This is a nice one to own as well. I would say that it's ready for a buy signal. IAG, we're on IAG. Nice push. It's been staying overbought and is pushing up again, and usually that's a sign of strength. So we're riding it once again. These banks are just amazing to me. That the just the level of deception here, but they're pushing on it really hard to create some sort of breakout. The world is going great kind of a thing, and I just think interest rates are going to roll over, economy's going to roll over, and the banks are in big trouble. I got FAS puts, but for October, but man, they're really pushing on this thing pretty hard. Here's New Gold. Like I said, here's steel. Looks like it's but it's kind of undulating right here, so it may not push up much higher. TNA looks like it's definitely getting exhausted here. Here's oil. GG came up to its VWAP. We pulled out of our UGA puts, hit that VWAP, and then we started getting some strength and energy, and I just didn't want the rollover on me. XME just following through with the economic sensitive stocks. Google pushed up hard. I think it's just a short squeeze here. Probably trying to go fill that gap over there. Apple up a little bit, just sitting on a VWAP. I'm looking for Apple to roll over again. I upgraded my phone, but I only went with the iPhone 7. I was out of my contract, and I was asking the guy how sales were, and he goes, it's okay. So is AT&T. So nothing earth-shattering, and mostly people are replacing. So that's interesting. And he said the 8S I think is better than the 8 because of the camera, but you know, really expensive. Okay, grinding along. I'm waiting for this to start accelerating a little bit higher now. It's all set up. I'm looking for a move to the low 20s here now. Drip, keeping an eye on it here. I don't think we're going to be able to get back in it again. That was a quick trade that kind of died. Facebook, I think it's going to roll right back down to VWAP. Getting a little bit of a move here in copper. XIV was almost flat today. Just amazing move. Silver, nice and green. Talked financials already. IWM went red, but I think the financials pushed it up higher. It's definitely getting to the unbelievable move. I mean, you're talking from 130 to 150 in this, in an environment where GDP is flat. It's just absolute head scratcher. Here's the Qs. We're up a little bit today. I stayed away from trading NASDAQ today, focusing on energy now. I think that's where the bigger move's going to be. Okay, NVIDIA. Wheat was flat. Waiting for potash to drip back down. Love for it to get enough of a move down to enter. Gold was flat today. Soybeans sitting on its VWAP. DBA, not surprising, all the grains were flat, all the ags were flat. Here's GLD, here's Mosaic sitting right on that VWAP. And JJG flat. Now we're going to go see things were going down. Dollar flat. The yen, they tried to push it down early, and then it went to flat up a little bit, and then it ended up a little bit down. Got to keep pinning the market. You know, to what end? It's really interesting to me. What are they trying to accomplish? Are they that worried that this market will just collapse on them? You think they'd like to let the air out of the tire a little bit, but maybe they just fear a literal onslaught panic crash. XLE. I think AEM bottomed. Here's TNX. This is what probably caused the market to not go up really so much today. I think this is at the top end of its range, and I think that's what helped gold, silver, the miners, Wheaton, etc., etc. That a company like Nordstrom is trying to go private, and they said interest rates were too high, at the lowest interest rates ever. Just shows you, it's all relative. Just shows you how extended the ratios are, that the amount of money they have to produce to satisfy the market, you know, value for Nordstrom on a private basis. That's what's telling me we're at the top here, because you never really watch what public money is doing. It's always the private money. That's just smarter money, because those are people putting their own money in and trying to earn a return off running the business. And with borrowed money, they cannot get the loans they need at an interest rate that'll produce the cash flow necessary to run the business. And should be cautionary tale. Okay, so there's oil. Little gap down and a little push higher today, but not much. Maybe Bio's going to relent here. IWM relent with it. Amazon, I expect Amazon to be much weaker. They're a flea market. Okay, VXZ. They're still pushing this down to create the contango for the XIV trade, which then pushes money into the passive markets. VXX was down a little bit again today. Okay, we re-entered TWM again. I mean, it's absolutely incredibly oversold right now. Microsoft looks like it's ready to roll back down. Oil, SQQs. See anything of interest here? We may be putting a bottom here in the ultra short semis. Keep an eye on it here tomorrow. Corn's just flat. Flat. Talked banks already. UVXY. I mean, get to a point where we really can't even short it anymore. First Majestic down a little bit. We're in it. UNG, we're in it. Joe, I'm looking for a chance to get into it, but it just keeps falling every single day. I'll move my buy stop down tomorrow again. The moves out are pretty explosive, and just so you know, coffee is really sensitive to the dollar. So if you're looking for a dollar hedge, Joe would be where you'd want to look. Boyle, nice little doji, little maybe an abandoned baby tomorrow. We'll see. Here's sugar. It's been moving up nicely, and I pulled back a little bit today. There's dust. Need to keep falling. Bottom fell out of the uranium ETFs today. This could be an opportunity for us here. Maybe look to try to pick a bottom on it. CCJ just got destroyed. That's pretty much where we are. So really boring day, really. So didn't do too much except entered some positions long in oil futures and in natural gas futures, and then holding my miners and my ags, and just trying to get a short hedge in there with TWM, and we'll see where all this takes us tomorrow. But it's amazing when you don't have the yen or the interest rates to create an illusion, or the VIX, market can't go any higher. And then we'll see if we get some sellers in here. I'll catch you guys later. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.